thinking. You remember a few weeks ago when we went to Busch Gardens and saw all those animals?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
We were learning about what we were learning about animal adaptation.
Adaptations.
That's right. That's right. Oh yeah, we saw a whole bunch of animals. Remember we saw rhinos.
A hippopotamus.
Oh, Lilith, that 14-foot python.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
What about those elephants? Those elephants. We saw that huge, giant elephant droppings. It wasn't an elephant.
No.
Yeah, elephants
Kind of
were
stinky.
sleeping. I think after all the food, they wanted to take a nap.
What was our favorite thing we saw? It had to be.
The giraffes.
Yeah.
That's right.
That was
Remember we
great.
fed all those leaves and stuff?
Oh yeah,
Cabbage,
leaves, cabbage.
lettuce. Remember what he told us about the giraffe's tongue? The tongue is pink, just like ours, but in the front. After being in the African and safari, the sun for so long, the tongue got burnt and it got black.
Oh yeah.
And since its tongue's out getting the food all day.
One question: why don't they use sunscreen?
Well, they have it built in. It's
Okay.
called an adaptation, if you didn't know.
Ah.
See, after being in the sun so long, it got burnt, and after a while, it just stayed black, so now it doesn't get burnt. In the back of its tongue, where the sun doesn't reach, it stays pink. What other was the adaptation? Rhinoceros!
Oh, a rhinoceros.
The black and white rhinoceros.
But the white one had a certain type of adaptation.
It did.
Wasn't that something to do with the snout?
The snout, yes. It's
Mouth.
white rhinoceros because it has a wide mouth. It's more rectangular
Rectangular, so
instead
it
of
could probably
oval.
eat better.
Yeah, it's kind of like a vacuum. It just goes along the grass and eats all the grass
Yeah, I
and
remember
sucks it
that.
all up. The black hat, the oval one, it was eating stuff from the trees,
Trees,
so it
exactly.
can get it in the trees.
Just like the what?
Giraffes.
Yeah.
That was fun. Oh man, we had
That
a
was
good
good.
time.
That was great.
Did you hear Mr. Muller and Mr. Corso were talking about when we went to Busch Gardens?
I did hear them talk about that.
And they were talking about all those adaptations that we learned about.
Remember hearing about that sloth we saw?
Yes.
Remember, it has some pretty cool adaptations also. It lives way high up in the trees, and it doesn't move very fast.
I don't remember seeing it blink.
I don't think it did. It was eating, but it wasn't really eating very fast. Anyways, it's up in the trees, and because it can't move fast, it learned to grow this algae. It's adapted to grow this algae on their back.
The algae actually grew on the back.
On the back. On the back. It's camouflage. So that the predators that want to eat them can't see them. They kind of blend into their surroundings.
So they carry their own camouflage.
Yes.
Better than going to Walmart.
Cheaper, probably, too.
Probably.